Hey, what's going on? Good morning. I hope you were well rested. As I'm sure you know, the news has come out about the mandate and the shutdown that affects us in a way that we will not be able to continue our in the gym operation as of Monday. And so we have a few efforts to make sure that your training experience can be continued and you can still keep making progress on your goals, as well as make sure that you have the opportunity to still exercise and take care of yourself. So here's what we're going to be doing. First of all, we have our Zoom virtual workouts. We will be expanding those for Monday through Saturday morning at 9 a.m. and then Monday through Friday evening at 6:30 p.m. The acuity schedule will be updated by tomorrow night to reflect that. We will also send out a separate schedule that highlights the focus of the workouts through the week to make sure that those of you who are athletes and looking for more higher intensity training sessions, that you have that available in other sessions. Also, we have a schedule and flow of upper body, lower body, trunk and core work, and so we'll have to be readjusting that with more sessions. All right, our Trackside Distance program will continue as it is. All right, we will continue Monday and Wednesday down on the South Side Trail, Thursday at the Oval. We will not sprint at the Oval if it's like terribly cold, but we will still continue our Trackside Distance program. Our Trackside Sprints will be done for right now. If you are someone who typically comes to that and we find a day where it's like 50 degrees or like upper 40s, but it's sunny and there's no wind, then you'll be reached out to make sure that we can schedule a session. Maybe it might be on the fly. Usually you have a day at least to notice. If you were doing privates with Coach Kyla, you have a couple options here. You can do outdoor sessions with her. You guys can meet at a local park, bring equipment, and you guys can get it in outside as long as it's not too cold for you. And then on the other hand, you can do Zoom one-to-ones, okay? We'll just change the scheduling to being able to do Zoom one-on-one. That will depend on, what kind of equipment you have and, what kind of equipment that you end up borrowing, okay? We'll talk about that in just a second here. Also, with the Zoom video virtual workouts in general, those are unlimited. So as long as you have a membership that's up to date, you can do as many of those as you want. Equipment. This is the fun part, right? We will be doing equipment borrowing just like we did last spring, okay? For those of you who were active with us during the first shutdown, and those of you who have prepaid memberships that last through January, you will get first dibs to come in tonight from 7 to 8 to pick up an article of equipment that you would want, okay? That's pretty much one piece of equipment per person. Then on Saturday at 10 a.m., anybody else who is basically anybody who is newer or has signed up post-quarantine is able to come in and grab any piece of equipment that you will want, okay? Then third, Saturday at 11 a.m., anybody can come and claim extra dibs on something else that they would want, okay? So if you came in and you got a kettlebell, you got a trap bar or something, you can come back again at 11 and pick up anything else that's unclaimed that you would want. Now, a few stipulations about that to make sure that things go smoothly. First of all, if you're going to take a piece of equipment, you have to agree to having your membership billed through January, okay? Second of all, if you're going to take like a trap bar or a barbell, that's the trap bar right there, like literally right there what I'm pointing at. The barbells are these right here. If you're going to take one of those, you can have whatever weight plate setup that you would need, okay? We have a pretty good amount given how many bars that we have. So you can take whatever you want as far as the weight plates are concerned. I just requesting that you sign up to make sure that you do at least 2 Train Heroic workouts that include those. Now your Train Heroic workouts will be edited, especially if you are doing the Zoom. But if you're going to be using those pieces of equipment, you're not going to be able to use those during a Zoom session. And I just ask that you're going to follow a planned schedule of using those pieces of equipment during your training, okay? Third, I just want to make sure that if you have a household, if there's more than one of you, then you guys can come and grab 2 pieces of equipment on your first run-in, okay? Now, for Train Heroic, those of you who have equipment at home, those of you who want to have custom running programs, those of you who are like, yo, I'm really not into the whole Zoom thing, an entire portion of what we do at GHP is run through Train Heroic. If you check your email, you can check out one of our friends, Jasper Tom, who I write up a 6-day template for him that goes from explosive strength work to endurance work to movement drills. He plays ultimate frisbee, so we do a lot of speed and agility work through Zoom and then through Train Heroic. And so we lay these things out. Now in the gym, you know, a lot of you run or you do other things, so it's set up for like a twice a week thing. But for our remote members, we do build out very elaborate templates for that. So if that's something you'd want to do, we can make that happen. That is a actually decent chunk of our operation, right? So thank you, for adjusting, and thank you for your safety this whole time. I do ask that you please maintain your memberships and keep those things active. For those of you who do privates, I ask that you have at least 5 sessions in reserve that are paid for to use if you're going to borrow equipment and continue to train in person or on Zoom, if you're going to borrow equipment and do that. But also for everybody else, please, I encourage you to maintain your membership. That helps me, that helps Coach Kyla out with being able to, maintain the operation, maintain our lives. But I also understand that this is a challenging time for everybody, right? So we have 3 weeks to get through it. We also have our holiday to get through. So thank you. And I also appreciate all of your safety this whole time. We are able to boast that throughout this last 6 months, we've had 0 active cases that happened at GHP or that can be traced back to GHP. And so I am grateful for all of your safety. Stay well, and we'll talk soon.